All right, welcome Studio Mix community. I'm so happy that you've joined me here today for this body weights core workout. So the only piece of equipment that I'm going to recommend today is your yoga mat. So go ahead and set that down on the floor. We're going to start this workout with a very short warm up. So if you want to do a little bit more on your own, you can always go through these exercises more than once and pause it before you start the workout. This video is also a great complement. You can do this one after one of my HIIT workouts or just tack it on to one of the other awesome workouts that we have on that Studio Mix channel. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, really quick warm up. All in all, this is going to be about 30 minutes. So set aside a little over 30 minutes for yourself today to get this workout done. All right, so we're going to start with a little bit of balance work today. So I want you to start with your left foot down, and I want you to draw that right knee in towards your chest. Now you can always take your hands underneath that hamstring to bring that knee up. And I want you to keep your chest up nice and proud. So try not to round forward just to get that knee up. Try not to lean back. So all about stability right now. Keep a soft bend of that standing knee. Now what do you need for stability? Core strength. So fire it up right away. Now from here, try and take your hands off of the leg, and I'm going to give you some options. You can take your hands in front of your chest, hold them in prayer. Now if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, reach your arms out and start to add in a little bit of movement. So as you add in movement with that upper body, you might find yourself a little bit wobbly. Completely normal. Maybe bring your arms up overhead. Really make sure that left foot is planted down firmly. We got our last 5 seconds on this side before we switch it over. 3, 2, and time, right? I'm going to take the side view, find your stability on that opposite leg. I want you to go ahead and bring the other knee up towards your chest, grip on behind that thigh. Whatever you did on the other side, go ahead and replicate it here. So again, add in maybe some movement, arms come out at your sides. Maybe arms come up overhead. Again, find that core strength. Whatever movement you're adding in is just going to challenge your stability in a different way. So we got our last 5 more seconds on this side. You got 3, 2, and time. All right, from here, we're going to come down to a half kneeling position. So I'm going to face you first round. We're going to start with our right leg forward. Now, if our right leg is forward, then our right hand is going to reach down towards the floor. Opposite arm comes up, bicep by the ear. We're going to reach that hand up towards the ceiling, find length in that side body, and then we're going to take it over to the side. Now, with this one, I want you to really think about finding that length in the upper body. So firing up those obliques, reach up and then over. Try to relax the shoulders out of the ears. We're going to take one more on this side. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's swap it out. Opposite foot is forward. I'm going to go ahead and face this way so you can see. So again, whatever knee is forward, that arm is going to reach towards the floor. Opposite arm comes up by the ear. Again, shoulder relaxed out of the ear. Reach up and reach that opposite arm towards the floor. Again, you're waking up this side body. Those obliques should be feeling it right now. 2 more just like this. Press that front foot firmly into the floor for some stability. This is our last one here. We got another 3, 2, and time. All right, from here, I'm going to give you a quick break. So grabbing water if you don't already have that nearby. I'm going to go through what your workout is going to look like today. So 2 circuits today, 4 exercises per circuit. Your first 3 exercises of that round are going to be 45 seconds long. Now your 4th exercise is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be 20 seconds of work with a 10-second rest period, and we're going to go through that 4 times. Now don't worry, there's no quiz. I will remind you what the movements are before we go. So you don't need to remember any of this, but I'm going to go through the movements with you very quickly, just so you know what's coming up. All right, so your first exercise is going to be that sprinter sit-up. We are going to be here, legs long, elbows dig into the mat next to you. You're going to come up. Knee comes in towards your chest. Opposite elbow lifts. Other elbow is by your side. So this is not a rotation. I want you to come straight up, just like you're sprinting, but you're starting from this lying down position. Back down to the floor, come up, opposite side. All right, our second move, we are going to take it to a side plank, and you're gonna start on that left forearm. So I want you to start out nice long line. Your hips are going to be stacked, left shoulder right under that, or left shoulder stacked right over that elbow, press the hips up. Now from here, you can stay right here. Maybe you wanna reach your arm up. I'll give you some options for progressions and regressions when we get to this move. Third exercise, we're flipping back onto that back, and we're gonna go right into a double leg drop. So you go legs extend over your hips, hands can press into that mat, lowering your legs with control and lifting them back up. Options to lift the shoulders up or reach your arms up as this movement happens. Last exercise, we're gonna go ahead and roll up and find a plank position. So this one, 20 seconds of mountain climbers. Stack it up, shoulders over your wrists, soft bend of your elbows, extend the legs back, then your knees come in towards your chest in this one. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds of rest. All right, so everyone ready to go? I hope so, because we're gonna get it started here in just about 5 more seconds. So we've got that sprinter start to start in 3, 2, and go. So elbow and opposite knee, come all the way down to that floor. Remember, we have 45 seconds of work here. So don't hold your breath, check in. As you come up, keep your chest nice and proud. Relax the shoulders out of the ears. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can try this out. You can try both legs off the mat and take it back from here. So elbow, opposite knee, both legs up for more of a challenge. Now we have our last 10 more seconds to go. So finish it out here. We got another 3, 2, and time, right? 15 seconds of rest. We're gonna transition into that forearm plank. Start it on your left forearm. So again, stack it up. Hips are stacked, shoulder over your elbow. 3, 2, 1, and you're up. You're in this side plank. Now I'm gonna give you some options here. If you start to fatigue at all, try not to drop your hips to the mat. What you can do is you could take your top leg, bring it forward so you have a staggered stance. Might make it a little bit easier for you to hold this position. Now, the other option you have is a modified side plank by dropping your bottom knee to the floor and keeping the hips stacked from here. Now, if you're taking this modified position, make sure that those hips are still stacked. Make sure that shoulder is released out of the ears. We have less than 10 seconds to go, so stick with me. We've got 3, 2, and time, right? 15 seconds back on your backs for that double leg drop. So start it out with your hands pressed into the floor. Both legs extend up over your hips. Get ready to move in 3, 2, and go. So as you drop your legs towards the floor, you're really focusing on that lower body. What are those abs doing? Is that lower back starting to arch off that mat at all? If it is, it means you've lost your core engagement. You can always give me a soft bend of your knees with this one. The lower you drop your legs, the more challenging it's going to be here to control. You want an extra challenge? You can always lift your shoulders off the mat. Maybe reach your arms up overhead, or just keep those hands pressed into the floor next to you to help you. Either way, we only have another 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and time. All right, knees in, roll it on up. We're going into those 4 rounds of mountain climbers. So establish your position, shoulders stacked over wrists. We're gonna get ready for your first 20 seconds of work. 3, 2, and let's go. So these are at your own pace. Your mountain climbers don't have to be super fast, but I do want you to go for that constant 20 seconds of movement. So if you need to slow it down, you can. Really focus on dropping those hips if they start to pike up. Make sure the shoulders are over wrist and rest. 10 seconds. Catch that breath. Heart rate. Let it recover slightly here before we hit that second round. Get ready, get set, and let's go. 20 seconds. Same movement you were just doing, that mountain climber. Don't allow that weight to shift back. Press the hands firmly into that floor. Keep the gaze on the floor. We only have a couple more seconds to go in this one. 3, 2, and time. All right, another 10 more seconds, 2 more rounds of these, and then you get a short break before we repeat that circuit. 3, 2, and go. Knees in, run it out. You're trying to get to the very top of that mountain each time. Try and keep that same pace you started with. Remember, you're breathing and you're pressing that floor away from you. Finish out this last 3, 2, and 1. 10 seconds. 4th round. Whew. Again, take that breath. Grab a drink of water if you need it. Pause if you need it. 4th round though. 3, 2, and go. Last round, best round. Almost done with that first time through this first circuit. Breathe. You guys got this. We're only going to be here for another 3, 2, and time. Whew. All right. Take that breath. Grab that water. We have a minute of rest here. So just a minute. Now we've got those same exercises and all we're going to do is repeat them. This is your opportunity to really perfect those movements. The only change is with that forearm plank. This time we're going to take that right forearm down onto the floor. You still got another 30 more seconds, so whatever you need to do here. Water, stretch, deep breaths in. Try and take big inhales through the nose and either exhale through the mouth or through the nose. Again, letting that heart rate recover just slightly. Now we got another 10 more seconds, so meet me down on that mat. We're going into our sprinter sit-ups coming up again. Get ready to move in another 3, 2, and let's go. So knee comes in, come all the way down to the floor. So what I want you to try and do is bring that upper body up off the mat as much as possible. So use a little bit of exhale as you come up to seated. Use that breath to help you. Again, for that extra challenge, if you want it, you can start with both legs up off the floor and you can take your sprinter sit-ups from here. It's going to be a lot more challenging to do it that way. So add it in. If you don't like it, you can drop those legs back down to the floor and continue from here. We got another 3, 2, and time. 15 seconds. We're going to go ahead and roll up and establish that stability. This time, right forearm is down for that side plank. Now, whatever you did on that other side, if you added in hip dips, you're going to have to do the same thing on this side. Get ready, get set, and go. So again, you're here in this forearm plank. If you want that extra challenge, if you added in last time, you could give me a hip dip here. Your modified position, front foot comes forward, giving yourself a staggered stance, still trying to keep the hips stacked. Or you could drop that bottom knee to the floor and give me a modified side plank from here. Either way, your core is working hard to keep that body in position. Again, whatever you did on the other side, you're just going to replicate it here. We're hanging on for our last 10 more seconds in this plank. And then we got those 4 rounds of mountain climbers coming up. So finish out 3, 2, and down. All right, set it up. Just kidding. We have our double leg drops before our mountain climbers. So get ready to go in 3, 2, and go. So drop your legs down and then control to lift them. Shoulders can lift up off the mat. Arms can reach up towards the floor, or towards the ceiling rather. Your legs are dropping down towards the floor. Now if you start to feel any tension to your neck, you can take your hands gently behind your head as you control those legs up and down in this movement. Again, checking in. What is happening with that lower back? If you start to feel it peeling up off the mat, then you know you've lost that core engagement. You don't have to bring your legs as low if that starts to happen. Now we have our last couple seconds of this one. You've got 3, 2, and time. All right, go ahead and roll on up. Now it's time for those 4 rounds of mountain climbers. So again, establish your stability. I'm going to take mine with my hands off the mat this time. Just, I feel a little bit more stable this way. 3, 2, and go. 20 seconds. Again, bring the knees in towards your chest. Relax the shoulders out of the ears. Extending those legs back to that nice strong plank each time. We've got 3, 2, and time. 10 seconds here. 10 seconds, take a little break, grab some water, get ready to go. 3, 2, and let's go. Soft bend your elbows. Remember, try not to lock out those arms at any point. Really spread those fingers wide. Press firmly into that floor. Fight through it. You got your last 3 more seconds to go. And time. 10 seconds here. Woo, shake it off. Get ready to go. 3, 2, and go. At this point, you might start to feel like you want to give up. If you need to, slow it down. But try and give me that constant movement. Keep that body working. You could always pick that speed back up for your last round. 3, 2, and time. All right, good news. Last round of mountain climbers. So again, deep breath in, exhale out. 3, 2, let's go. Last round. Again, you are looking at the top of that mountain. You're going to make it to the top before the end of this 20 seconds. Keep breathing. Keep pushing. And stay with me here. We got 3, 2, and time. All right, first round is all done. So you got your last half of the workout coming up. Same exact format. We've got a second circuit, but we've got different exercises to look forward to this round. So first 3, again, 45 seconds of work. That last exercise is going to be 20 seconds of work with that 10-second transition. So I'm going to go over all of the exercises with you again today. Now your first one is going to be a single leg V-up. So your legs are going to come out like an X. We're going to roll all the way back down. Biceps are by our ears. Try and come all the way up to seated. This time there is a twist because you got to reach your hand towards that opposite foot. Come back down and alternate. So that's your first exercise. Your second exercise, we're going to go into that bird dog exercise. Shoulders stacked over your wrists. Again, set it up, your knees under your hips. Spine is neutral. Now as we extend one arm, the opposite leg is going to come out. And then we're going to come back in. Now I want you to go ahead and alternate here. Arm and opposite leg. Find stability. Try not to just throw your arm and your leg out. So really think about this movement coming from that core. Now our last exercise is third exercise is going to be back down on the floor. We've got flutter kicks. So similar to that double leg drop, except for this time maybe your shoulders lift and you're going to go nice and small. Now the first round we're going to go elevator flutters. So we're going up and down with this motion. The smaller the flutter, the more challenging it's going to be. If you want to make it a little bit bigger as you flutter, you can also do that as well. Last exercise, we have 4 rounds of burpees. Yay! So 20 seconds a piece with that 10-second rest. All it is you're going to take it down into a squat. Hands down, hop the feet back, hop the feet up into that low squat and stand it up. So hands down, walk it back, or jump it back and come up to standing. All right, those are your 4 exercises. We're gonna get ready with your first exercise, that single leg V-up, 3, 2, and let's go. So again, come all the way up to seated as much as you can. Reach your hand for that opposite foot. If you need to give me a bend at your knees, that is completely fine. But try to keep the legs as straight as possible as you reach your hand for that opposite foot. Try not to throw yourself up off that mat, and try not to just collapse onto that mat. So really control the movement. Again, use your breath. We have another 10 more seconds to this move. Then we flip over for that bird dog in 3, 2, and time. All right, flip on to that quadruped position. Find it, shoulders stacked over wrists. Again, knees under hips, core is engaged. Now arm and opposite leg are gonna reach. We're gonna alternate here. 3, 2, and go. Now as you extend your arm and leg, try to actively stretch your arm and leg out as far away from one another as possible. This one is not about speed. Now the tendency with this one is as people lift their leg, they start to try and shoot the leg and the arm up without finding any sort of stability, and those abs will start to drop, the shoulders will come up by the ears. So again, slow it down. The leg should be no higher than your hip as it comes out. Try to bring that arm bicep by that ear. Hips are in line, and time. 15 seconds here. Flip it onto that back for that elevator flutter kick. Again, your options to lift your shoulders up off the mat, but we're gonna start with our legs up here. Hands can press into the mat. 3, 2, and go. So the smaller the flutters, the more challenging you may find it'll be. The lower you drop the legs, the harder it's gonna be to find that core stability. So really engage. Again, if you start to feel any tension to that neck, hands can gently come back behind your head. Hands can always press into the floor. Head can always come back down to the mat. Make sure that lower back isn't arching. We're only going to be here for another 3, 2, and time. All right, roll on up. Now for this one, again, I'm going to move my mat out of the way. You can keep it right where it is though. We've got those 4 rounds of burpees. So get ready to go in 3, 2, and go. Squat, plank, squat, stand it up. This is all I ask of you. 2 deep squats and a plank. If you want to add in a hop at the top, feel free. If you want to pick up your pace at all, that's also an option. If you want to slow it down, walk it out and walk it up. All right, we got 10 seconds, 3 more rounds of those burpees. Catch their breath. 3, 2, and let's go. Again, hop at the top if you want. You can give me walk out, walk in, stand it up. Again, you do what challenges your body today. 3, 2, and time. All right, 2 more rounds of these burpees. You get a little extra rest after these 2 rounds of burpees are done. So get ready to go. 3, 2, and go. Find that nice strong plank each time your feet walk or hop back. We got 3, 2, and time. All right, I'm glad to announce we got just 1 more round. I'm just as happy as you are about that. Get ready to go. 3, 2, go. Again, maybe add that little hop at the top. Plant your hands down into that floor. Maybe just give me a reach up with those hands. 3, 2, and time. All right, we got 1 minute of work, or rest rather, so catch your breath. All right, as promised, you have your 1 minute of rest, so enjoy it. I'm going to give you a couple of options if you want to level up on our second round through this circuit. So for your single leg V-ups, you can always take it a full V-up. Both legs come up as you reach for your hands. You could go to a V-tuck as well, keeping your legs and your arms hovering off the floor the entire time. So add those challenges in if you want them. All right, our second exercise, the bird dog. If you want to add in a challenge here, you can take it to that quadruped position while lifting your knees up. So now your shins are parallel. You're going to extend the arm and leg. You're going to come back through center, and then you're going to switch it out. So nice and controlled. You could add that in. If you don't like it, just drop your knees back down to the floor. Our last exercise with the flutter kicks, what we're going to do is we're going to drop our legs to our lowest point, and we're going to flutter kick it out from here. So no more elevators, and try to keep your shoulders lifted for that extra challenge, for that core strength. All right, your burpees, you want to add in a push-up. Go right ahead. Just because it's our core day doesn't mean you can't add in a little bit of movement, a little bit of a challenge for that upper body as well. So let's go ahead and get started here. Find your way down back to that mat, single leg V-ups or full V-ups if you like. 3, 2, and let's go. So you're here in that single leg V-up. Again, added challenge. You could take it right to a V-tuck. Extend your legs out, draw your knees in. Find a little bit of balance at the top, or that full V-up. Legs as straight as possible. Reach your hands for those toes. Give me a soft bend in your knees if you like. You could go back to V-tucks. You could go back to single leg V-ups at any point. So again, I always give you options. Take the one that makes the most sense for you today. We got our last 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and time, right? 15-second rest. We're going into our bird dog. So find your quadruped. Again, you want to try it out. You can always tuck your toes under, lift your knees up, and take your arm leg extensions from here. 3, 2, let's go. So with your knees up, it's going to feel a lot more challenging to balance here. But you're still focusing on keeping your hips in line and trying to reach your arm and leg as far away from one another as possible. You could try that out. If it doesn't feel good for you, go back to your knees, dropping down to the mat, and alternate it out from here with that bird dog. Try to reach with that bicep by your ear. Active with that arm and leg. Think about that leg pressing something out away from you. You're not just swinging it up into the air. We got 3, 2, and time. All right, flip onto your backs. We are going right into your flutter kicks this time. Legs are going to be at your lowest point. Know your options. Hands can press into that floor. This is your last time through. Get ready to go. 3, 2, and go. Little flutters. Again, the smaller they are, the more challenging that's going to feel. So you can make them a little bit bigger if you like. You can lift your shoulders off the mat. You can take your hands up towards that ceiling. Either way, I want you to focus on breathing. Check in, lower back, not arching up. Your rib cage isn't flaring out. That starts to happen. Bring your legs up slightly, or you could give me a soft bend in your knees, or give me bigger kicks. We got our last 10 more seconds to go. Fight to stay in it. We've got 3, 2, and time. Woo! Knees in, roll it on up. Last time with our burpees. Again, I'm going to move that mat out of the way. Feel free to add in push-ups if you like, jumps at the top. We're going to move in another 3, 2, and let's go. 20 seconds. Again, 4 rounds here. Again, push-ups, jumps at the top. Add it in if you like. Slow it down if you like. 3, 2, and time. All right, 10 seconds of rest. You got 3 more rounds to go. Whew, take a couple of deep breaths here. 3, 2, let's go. Again, every round of burpees doesn't have to look the exact same, but again, we're going for moving the entire 20 seconds. Three, 2, and time. 2 more rounds. I want you to try and make these your best rounds. Maybe you focus on adding in that push-up. Maybe you focus on giving me a jump at the top. 3, 2, and let's go. Push-ups. Remember, they can also be done from your knees. You can come down, give me a push-up, and then hop right back up. 3, 2, and time. All right, 4th round, absolutely your best round yet. So get ready to crush this one. We're going in 3, 2, and go. Pick up that pace, see how many more you can get here. We got 3, 2, and that's it. You guys made it through your workout. All right, so now's your time. Heart rate is recovering here. Whew. Grab some water. Catch your breath. You earned it. All right. So go ahead and make your way back down to your mat. Set it back up if you moved it out of the way. And you're gonna meet me back down on the mat on your backs, bringing those knees in towards your chest. All right, from here, you can wrap your arms around your shins here, or if you like, you can grip on behind your thighs and just gently rock side to side here. You could close your eyes if that feels good. Congratulate yourself for making it through that workout. Now from here, we're just going to take it back through center. And I want you to try and keep your knees hugged in here as we drop our knees over to one side. Doesn't matter which side you do, because we're doing both. So drop those knees over to one side, nice and controlled. If your knees are dropped to the right, you're going to extend your left arm out and press it into the floor. Now, if you have space constrictions like I do, you can always cactus that left arm. Try to keep both shoulders down on the mat as you twist. And your right hand can just gently press into the outside of that left knee. Now, if you find it super challenging in this spinal twist, I suggest if you have some pillows nearby, what you could do is you could also place some pillows down on the floor, and as you twist, if you find that those knees don't make it all the way to the floor, just let your knees fall onto those pillows and find your twist from there. Remember, we're never trying to force anything here. I want you to take a couple more big breaths here. We got 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and come back through center. Now I have space issues, so I'm going to twist to the other side. Flip it on over, and from here, again, knees drum in towards your chest if they're not already there. And you're going to drop those knees over to the opposite side this time. Again, if your knees drop to your left, you're going to reach your right arm out straight or cactus that right arm. Keep both shoulders pressed down on the floor. Left hand can come to the outside of that right knee. Again, if you find that those knees won't come down very far, you could take those pillows, stack them underneath those knees, or a folded up towel or rolled up towel, whatever you have nearby. Again, couple of deep breaths here. And then I want you to go ahead and carefully take yourself back through center. Give those knees another nice big hug. Lift your upper body off the mat. Take your hands across your shins. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then release that head back down to the floor as you gently rock side to side. Hands are coming back behind the thighs. Come through center. Couple rolls forward and back here. When you're ready, you can go ahead and roll yourself up to seated. You're going to shift your weight, or rather take your legs back behind you, swinging the legs back behind you, hands pressed down. We go right into that down dog. Walk your hands in towards your feet. Roll yourself all the way up to standing. And you know I like to always end my class with 3 deep breaths together. Today is no different. Soft bend of your knees. Big inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, press the arms away. 2 more with me. Big inhale, reach up. And exhale, press away. Last one, biggest, deepest inhale. Arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hands right in front of that chest. And you get to give yourselves a big round of applause. Thanks again for joining me today. Hope you had fun. I sure did. And I will see you all again soon. My name's Nina. Have a great one.